One big issue a lot of people have is communication with your co-parent. Ideally, you want to communicate without fighting, without any sort of conflict. Of course, you can only control your actions, you can't control the other party. So you have to really control how you act and how you react. What's important is that you remain calm, you remain focused on the children, and you remain completely in control of your emotions when dealing with your co-parent throughout the entire process. So one common tool used in a lot of these divorce cases and child custody cases is a co-parenting app. A co-parenting app is an app that both parents download, and all communication through those two parents go through that app. That can include messages about your children, about doctor's appointments, about ballet recitals, about I need to be reimbursed for my child's medication. Anything about the children, you would communicate through that app. The app also typically have a shared calendar, so you can calendar all of the children's appointments, performances, school tests, anything you need to talk to the other parent about, so both parents have access to that information. They also usually have a function where you can request reimbursement from the other parent and make those payments directly through the app so that everything is tracked in the future. Co-parenting apps are also great because they keep track of all your communications so that if you need to show the court in the future your communications with a co-parent, whether they're positive or negative, they're all contained in that one app. The app is also great because then your co-parent is not blowing up your texts, blowing up your emails, calling your phone all the time. It's all contained in that one app where you don't have to look at it necessarily 100% of the time. The two most common apps, in my experience, are Our Family Wizard and App Close. Both do basically the same thing. They have slightly different features and also payment functions. So those are decisions you can talk with your attorney about which app's going to work best for you. It's really important to set boundaries with your co-parent. One of the most important boundaries to set with your co-parent is to tell your co-parent you only are going to talk to them about your children. You don't need to talk to your co-parent about your new dating life, about your new job, about anything in your life going on that's not related to the children. That's not relevant, and that helps to set boundaries with your co-parent to try and keep the communications clear. One big issue to deal with is how do you deal with an uncooperative co-parent? There are some tools that you can use to help with that. One tool could be to use communication through a co-parenting app that tracks all of your communications so that you can show your attempts to communicate and all of the communications back. Some other tools are any written communications you have with your uncooperative co-parent, write it, take a beat, reread it to see if that's something that you'd be comfortable with, not just your co-parent seeing, but the court and your friends and family, everyone seeing it before you actually hit send. You could talk to a therapist or a counselor about plans for how to effectively communicate. You could also just remember, take a deep breath, stay calm, and just keep doing what you're doing. You cannot control other people's reactions. You can only control your actions. So make sure that you are in charge of your own actions. If you have questions about how to communicate with your co-parent X, give us a call, reach out to us and schedule a consultation and we can help you out.